difficult, especially as he keeps transitioning. Now we're getting onto the southbound 710 here, so now we're off the 105, off the 91, onto the southbound 710 here. Again, once again, over the goal point, a new primary officer.
I don't understand.
Over, lead position there. You saw.
I don't understand how this motherfucker is cooking at literally rush hour traffic. Why is there no traffic?
As they start to do that dance, handing this off to various CHP stations in the region here as he continues southbound 710 freeway at 90 miles per hour with a lot more traffic. As he weaves around here, you start to really hold your breath because the way he's weaving around at these speeds, this is where it could get very, very dangerous.
Because everyone left California. California's barren, you're right.
Just hope that he doesn't make one wrong move.
Oh.
What is this ad, bro, on Fox News?
Show, Mike Gilbert is telling me that's a BMW 135i. It's turbocharged, 6 cylinders, so it can really go, and we're actually witnessing that as this guy desperately tries to evade the CHP officers.
I love when high-speed pursuits are done with like a good car.
Them pull off of this one because it's become so dangerous, but it shows the level of suspect that they're dealing with. This is a guy that could be involved with armed robberies. He could be armed right now as we speak. There's also rumors that he could have body armor on. Plus, you add that to the tinted windows, the high speeds. This is a dangerous man, clearly, and they're taking it very seriously.
That's right, and there's no way to know, at least for us at this point, to know whether that car actually belongs to him. So if it's a stolen car, which we don't know if that is, we haven't heard that, but if it's not his car, there is no way to track him. If they were to let it go, they'd be relying completely on the air unit for as long as the air unit can stay in the air with fuel. And so that's not something they're willing to take a chance on just yet. If they can keep up with him, they're going to do that, especially as he encounters more traffic here. He is considered armed and dangerous, and that is giving them even more justification, as you talked about, to keep the pressure on and stay on his tail. There's that CHP helicopter right overhead there as he continues. Now slowing down again, traffic bunching up here as we approach the 405 freeway, and looks like he's taking it. He's taking the 405. He can still go over that goal point, but looks like
Stay away.
Committed.
Stay away.
Committed to the 405 freeway, and if I'm not mistaken, that will be the westbound transition on the 405. Double check that. Yes. Yeah, it looks like the westbound side of the 405 he's getting on here.
Yeah, and you can see that CHP so close behind him as well. But then you can see the box truck kind of moving over and letting him get over. But again, this is always catches everybody off guard when you see a car driving this quickly and then the CHP right behind you. But again, we're sort of limited on our viewing to see exactly which part of this 405 is right there. He's gonna, looks like it does say that.
405 definitely has traffic. There's no shot.
Yeah, he was going towards the 405, and then he just used that connector to get right back on. So he's
see, there you go.
Here. It gives you the impression that he may not be quite familiar with the freeways, at least as much as we thought he was. He seems to be maybe getting a little bit lost here because he's just using these connectors to get right back off, and now he's getting off. Now he's getting off. This is going to put him onto the eastbound, I believe the southbound side of the 405, which technically goes eastbound here. No, that's not the 405. That's not the 405 at all. That's going to be, what is that? That is Wardlow Road. Wardlow Road, he's going eastbound Wardlow, getting off of the freeway, and now things get real because CHP has a real decision to make here, and I presume I should say, that they are going to continue, but we'll see what the driving is like here. Now that he's getting off of the freeway, he is really giving these officers a run for their money, but they were able to make the transition with him, at least some of them were. We'll pull back just a little bit once we can to see if we can see how far that closest unit. Look at him right behind him. Right behind him.
Look at him right behind him. Again, they're salivating.
Behind them, and there's that chippy. So 4 units right behind him as he comes up on a red light, right through the red light, making a right turn there. Southbound Pacific Place.
This song is called the Animal Come Song. I don't know what its actual name is.
Like I said, this is going to become a much different game now that he is off the freeway.
Yeah, and at what point, Chris, does it, we know that the CHP is obviously
reckless driving charge
on the freeway, but
they actually started
jockeying for which law enforcement.
They actually started the pursuit because of a reckless
the lead in this, or does the CHP ask the local law enforcement to try to block some of these areas or try to make their presence known?
It's a great question, and the short answer is never. CHP is very territorial over their pursuits, and it is very rare, unless it turns into a foot pursuit and they need perimeter set up and areas cordoned off, then they will ask for assistance. But when CHP is chasing a suspect, it is their game. They will invite other CHP officers.
Look how well Kaya
who are
sleeps when
available to
Animal
join the
Cum
pursuit
music is on.
and help out however they can, but they very rarely, extremely rare, to see them mingle with other agencies unless it's really a need for mutual aid, and that is very, very rare. And you can see him blowing through red lights here. Another wild left turn there onto Willow, another red light here through Earl. No cross traffic there, but you can see them actually going through the red lights with him. Again, those same units maintaining pressure here, not even backing off at all. They are right behind him again, as you mentioned, and as Mike so expertly said, this car is capable of speeds much faster than we have seen thus far in this pursuit. So it looks like he's now on Long Beach Boulevard, a right southbound turn onto Long Beach Boulevard. This will take him this is worrying, because this will take him right into downtown Long Beach. So on a busy night like tonight, you can imagine that the further south we get, the closer we get to downtown Long Beach, you will start to see some of those restaurants and shops and people crossing the street. Thankfully, he's getting off of Long Beach, now onto Hill, which is a residential street just north of downtown Long Beach. And now we have to wonder if he had intentions of making his way and bringing the CHP down here. Is he familiar with this area? Does he reside down here? Questions that we don't know the answers to, but is this random or is this intentional? That's what we're looking for now. If he starts to go around and round, that'll give them an opportunity for spike strips, but right now he seems to be making a lot of random turns, like I said, just randomly.
He made some distance on that turn there. The CHP is still behind him, but they've dropped back just a bit. And now he goes right. But boy, some really aggressive driving, even going into oncoming traffic, or on the oncoming lane, at least, really cutting these corners pretty tight. But either they're letting him get some distance and trying to back off a little, or he's truly doing it on his own with that car.
He's zigzagging. He is literally zigzagging.
He's
his way through
fucking
here.
ripping
That's
it,
a tactic
dude.
to try and lose those officers. They're going to continue. Again, they know where he's making those turns because of the helicopter. They just can't go at the same speed he's going down residential streets. They have to slow down a little bit, but they know where they have to make the turns. They know where he is, and so they're going to continue as best they can to keep up with him. But 90 miles per hour down MLK Jr. here on a surface street. Very, very concerning. This is a very concerning situation. Comes to a full stop. Here comes the driver. No other passengers, just the driver jumping out of the vehicle. He is now on foot, looking, okay, look at this. Is this a stranger's home, or does he know this person? Nope. He is certainly making this up now. Is he going to try? What's he doing here? What is he doing? Okay, hands up, giving himself up. Giving himself up. He sees CHP. They're going to make communication here. Guns drawn. Officers with their guns drawn. CHP troopers aim squarely at that suspect, now proning himself out, following orders as they approach him and attempt to make a felony arrest here. You can see that Chippy standing by right there. He is not going to put up a fight, and this pursuit coming to as safe of a possible resolution as you could have possibly imagined. It really couldn't end any better than this, because that was very, very scary when you consider the speeds he was going.
Yeah, that came to a very fast ending. And look at this, you know, the youngsters with their cell phones have to get a little shot of this. But part of the danger of these pursuits, if he would have continued on in this neighborhood at that high rate of speed, there are pedestrians, there are kids out, no school tomorrow, etc. A lot of danger zones. We're so lucky that this guy decided to get smart, even though truly that wasn't his intention in the beginning. But when he found that he had nowhere to go, he did give up, and he gave up without a fight. So thankful there. Nobody was hit. No injuries that we know of. No. Colleen,
it's worth reiterating for the.
I decided a very.
He just gave up? He just gave up?
Residential streets. They have to slow down a little bit, but they know where they have to make the turns. They know where he is, and so they're going to continue as best they can to keep up with him. But 90 miles per hour down MLK Jr. here on a surface street. Very, very concerning. This is a very concerning situation. Comes to a full stop. Here comes the driver. No other passengers, just the driver jumping out of the vehicle. He is now on foot, looking, okay, look at this. Is this a stranger's home, or does he know this person? Nope, he is certainly making this up now. Is he gonna try, what's he doing here? What is he doing? Okay, hands up, giving himself up. Giving himself up. He sees CHP, they're gonna make communication here.
Bro, nobody
Unstrong.
wants to do crimes
with their
right
guns.
anymore, dude. First Donald Trump, now this guy. That was a crazy risk chair moment. I agree. Well, I didn't even think. I saw the Beamer and I was like, I gotta take Kaya out the fucking pee. You know what I mean? I didn't fucking realize that. You're right. It is risky.
This is drawn. CHP troopers aim squarely at that suspect, now proning himself out.
Bro's looking like a
following
fucking
orders as
star
they
on the
approach
ground.
him and attempt to make a felony arrest here. You can see that Chippy standing by right there. He is not going to put up a fight. And this pursuit,
Oh my God, that's such a
coming to
big
as safe
boy.
of a possible resolution
What a
as you
big
could
boy,
have
dude.
possibly
Don't we
imagined.
love our
It
big
really couldn't
boys?
end any better than this,
We
because
love
that
our
was
big
very,
boys, don't
very
we
scary,
love 'em?
scary when you consider the speeds he was going.
He's on the bike. He's a
Came to
big
very
boy on
fast
the
ending.
bike.
Look at this. You know, the youngsters with their cell phones have to get a little shot of this, but part of the danger of these pursuits, if he would have continued on in this neighborhood at that high rate of speed, there are pedestrians, there are kids out, no school tomorrow, etc. A lot of danger zones.
This is, dude, this is classic. Classic Beamer, dude. If he was in a fucking Porsche, he would have evaded the law. I'm just saying. He would have gotten away with it in a fucking Porsche.
Certainly not, Jake, and I'm going to be back in the next hour with our colleague